In this video, we're going to focus on creating the very next part of it. So right now what we did is we completed the join now functionality. So we have this at forget password. So what we need to do now is, because right now our biggest issue is related to forget password. And that's what we need to solve right now. So let's start and work on that. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to remove this toggle button, and we need to add up our button here, and then we have to use the hide and the show function here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add up this button. Let's search for it. We have the register button here. That is done, and what we need to work on is the forget password. Alright, so let's search for the forget password. Forget password. Alright, so this is the forget password button. Apparently we already have them. Nope. So the only thing what we need to do is now work around it with it. So how we do this? Well, very simple. We have this forget password. So instead of toggle button, I will just keep it a easy one. As I say, forget pass button. Forget pass button. Yes, and what we want is as well is another one that does almost exactly the same, except instead of forget pass, this one will be sign in button. This is sign in, and of course this, so the forget pass will be danger, so it's a red one, and the forget pass and the sign in will be sign in. Sign in. So we have sign in, sign up, forget password. Alright, so we have this. Let's save this, and now we should be able to see 3 buttons here. Of course nothing works, but you can see these two are nice. So let's start and work with the forget password button. Let's close this. I don't know why this keep on popping up. However, here now what we can do is the following. So if we have, let's check here. So what we need to do is first, so we have this join now button. So the moment we click on join now, what will happen is we need to show, of course, the sign in and the forget pass button. So we need to show, and then we say not join now, but sign in button. And this is show forget pass button, and the join now button, this will be sign in button and forget pass button. So let's double check if that's correct. So this is sing in, I guess. So sign in button, and the join now button, and we have the forget pass button. Alright, so those are correct. So we need to show these two. So how do we do that? Well, very simple. It's just exactly the same here. So now what we do is we add 2 of those, and I say here remove, and the reason why is we remove these functions here, the hiding part, and then we say show. Alright, show, and here what we call it sign in button, and we have here also the what is it? I have to look at this one here, sign in button, forget pass button. So I'll just copy this. Alright, just to avoid any mistakes, because I realized that if I look at this I'll get very mistaken because the words are very consistent. Alright, so we've got this, that is fine. So now we need to do exactly the same, but then for here. So what we have here, we have the join now button, show. Alright, so we can just copy these and just add it in. So since this is almost similar, let's just copy this as well. I'll just put in here enter and remove, paste. So this is the sign in. So for the sign in we need to hide the sign in. Hide the sign in. And here we're going to say hide sign in, and then we say add. Alright. So once we did that, now for the final part, exactly the similar structure here. And then instead of here is the show remove, so I think we can just copy this, show hide, then this is again show, but forget password will be hidden. So we say hide. Alright, and then we have this one here. Just copy this, and then just because this is redundant here, I just already put it in here. So we have this. So now we have, instead of this must be show, this must be hide. And then what happens here is we remove this, but we will add on the forget. Let's save this and see what happens. Refresh everything. So we have the login. And you can see here we need to do something more regarding to this. Probably the sign in here doesn't make any sense. So once you're on the sign in, you click on sign in, you're here, right? So then we have this one here for forget password. So if we say now join now, what happens? We have forget password and sign in. That works because now we have only the register. If we say forget password, if we forget our password, we have a sign in and join now as option. That is correct. So the only thing now what we have to do is the final one here, and that is by default the sign in must be hidden because we're already on the login part, login, sign in. So we're going to remove that. So we have here login. I will just change to sign in. Yes, that's a text there up, but what we need to work is on here on the sign in. This must by default be the none. Let's save this, refresh, and now it's gone. And now if we click, we will see all the colors of the rainbow, I guess here, beautiful, and everything works perfectly. And this is really how we work with the hide, show. Just understand the mechanics behind it, and this is really how you work with it.